Hey Joyce, my name's Kyle. In this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 things you could do today to bring in more high quality HVAC jobs to your business. Now, I know you're probably sitting there thinking like, all right, man, why would some marketing guy be doing this for free? And what's the catch, right? Here's the deal. Most HVAC guys are out there way too busy running calls, doing jobs to really understand how the internet works. And honestly, you've probably been through your fair share of marketing experts who really don't understand anything about your business. So what I found is that by giving HVAC guys a free blueprint of actual things they can take and implement, some of them end up saying, you know what? I like you, Kyle. Dude, just handle this technical stuff for me so I could just focus on what I do best, okay? So by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more service calls and jobs. Then just shoot me a message back and we can chat, okay? Or if you want to take this free blueprint and tackle it yourself, that works for me too, all right? But now let me jump in and show you 3 things you could do to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine, all right? So the first thing we're going to start off with here is content. Now, most business owners, they know they need content on their front page, but typically don't know how much or what the right content is, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at your biggest competitor right now in Denver, which would be Brothers Heating, who's currently stealing most of those high quality jobs in the area because they're ranking at that top spot, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna see how many words they have on their front page. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, okay, that's great, Kyle, but why are you doing that, right? Well, typically to rank number 1 and qualify for those high quality jobs, you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your homepage, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to copy all of the words that they have here. We're going to go to a word counter here, okay? Paste it in. And it looks like right now they have a little bit over 1,600 words, which is pretty solid, okay? Now, let's go ahead and check out your guys' site here and let's see how you guys are matching up, okay, in terms of wording. So let's copy everything from top to bottom, go back to the word counter here, paste it in. And it looks like right now you guys have about 852 words. Now, what does this mean? This actually ain't a bad thing. This literally means your competitor is beatable by just putting a little bit more effort with their content, okay? Now, there's this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. Okay, it's a few $100s a month. But essentially what it does is it gives me the behind the scenes details of exactly what Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what you guys actually show up here for when people are searching for HVAC services here in the area, okay? So we'll start with Brothers Heating first. We'll put their website into here. We're going to go to keywords. Now, by the way, what is a keyword? It's basically what people are typing into Google, okay? So as you can see, they're showing up for about 169 keywords. So they're showing up on the front page or the top spot for air conditioning repair Denver. We see HVAC repair Denver, HVAC services Denver, AC services Denver, Denver air conditioning, right? And many, many, many more, okay? And if you look at the traffic here, do you see it says, 161, 150, 140, 120? So they're getting at least, if you add all these up, there's probably at least 1,000 to 2,000 people in Denver clicking on their website specifically and looking for their HVAC services, which is pretty cool, okay? Now, let's go ahead and check out your guys' site here and let's see what you guys are showing up here for, okay? People are searching. So it looks like right now you guys are showing up for about 51 keywords, and that's Denver heating and cooling. We see your business name, heating and air conditioning Denver. A lot of this is your business name, AC repair Denver, right? And many, many more, okay? Now, if you look a little bit more closely to this, it looks like for pretty much all of the words that you're showing up for, you're on like the 7th, even for your business name, it looks like you're on the 7th, 5th, 20th, 30th, 40th, 100th position, which means for all of the words that you're showing up for, including your business name, you're either showing up on the bottom of the Google list or like the 20th, 50th, 60th page of Google, okay? And if you look a little bit, also, if you look at the traffic here, you see it says, 644. So you're maybe getting around, 20 people clicking on your website every month for HVAC. So do you see the difference here? This is the importance of getting your online presence done correctly, okay? So if you want to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition here in the area, then you want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords, okay? Super, super key to claiming those jobs. Another thing I didn't mention, I know you see a lot of these words are saying lost. For pretty much all of the other words that you have, so it really looks like you're only showing up for about maybe 20 words, 30 words. For all the other words in that 50, so the other 30, you're showing up as lost, which means you're actually showing up as spam to Google and you're not showing up at all, okay? So realistically, you're showing up for about 20 or 30 words, okay? So super, super important. Now, the second thing I'm going to show you here is going to be citations. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, dude, what is a citation? Why does it even matter, right? Well, typically when anybody searches anything on Google, let's just say, for example, HVAC Denver, okay? There's actually research done from Google that 40% of people are going to click right here on this map pack. And do you see how heart, heating, cooling, and plumbing is currently showing up number 1? This is not because of their reviews, okay? It's not because they have a big company or pretty pictures or anything like that, okay? It's because they have the most citations, right? Now, what are those? That is your business name, address, and phone number listed consistently across the internet. Now, I know you might be saying, well, all right, that's cool, but how do I get those, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to post your business name, address, and phone number in industry-related directories. This could be like, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, Yahoo Local, right? These are all directories you want to be in. And your competitors are currently in more of these than you guys are. So to get into the game, you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC. And when you do show up on the top spot on the map pack, then we actually add about 50 to 100 more directories. So once you're there, it takes your competitors a long time to catch back up, okay? So super, super important to get this dialed in. And now that you know how to, let me show you the real money maker, all right, which will be backlinks. Now, why do I say that? Because again, 40% of people are going to click on this map pack, okay? But actually about 60% of people are going to click on one of these first few websites that they see. And when I search for, HVAC Denver, repair, installation, replacement, tune-up, really anything like that, I don't see you guys pop up here at all, okay? So to get into the game, you're going to need backlinks, okay? That's other relevant websites linking back to your website. It's kind of like online referrals, okay? And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. For example, let's say, you have a local blog page or maybe even an industry site linking back to you, and that is perfect. That's amazing. But obviously, if you're an HVAC company and you have McDonald's linking back to you, right, that ain't so great, right? Because you don't sell burgers. So let's go ahead and go back to Ahrefs here and let's see what backlinks your competitor currently has that's getting them to that top spot, okay? So we're gonna click on backlinks here. And it looks like right now they have about 852 backlinks, which is pretty solid, okay? But again, how do we get these? How do we beat them? Well, essentially what we do is we just go down this entire list of links and match the same exact links for your business and your website, so that way you guys show up at that number 1 spot, okay? So I want you to understand at this point, claiming more high quality jobs, outranking your competition, no matter how big they are, and showing the areas you serve you're the authority, it ain't some magic trick, okay? There's no genie flying around Google or anything like that. It's literally just a method. But, I'm sure you probably don't care that much about more website traffic, right? You care about growing the business, right? Helping your families and your team. So let me show you what this means for your guys' bottom line by actually getting this done, okay? So I did a bit of research in Denver. And by the way, this entire breakdown, this is literally just for Denver, okay, metro area alone. And by the way, this search, I'm sure people who are maybe outside of the Denver metro area are searching Denver HVAC as well. But if we count all of the searches here, there's actually about 12,000 people searching for HVAC services every single month. Okay, these are 12,000 potential customers. Okay. Now let's just do some conservative math here. Let's say out of those 12,000 people, let's just say only 5% of those people are even convertible and honestly want the services that you offer. Okay. That would mean an extra 600 potential book jobs for your company every month. Okay. Now let's say you go out there, you take those calls, you do the estimates. Let's say you guys close, 40% of those jobs, right? That would mean an extra 240 closed and booked jobs for your company on a monthly basis. What would this mean for you guys, right? In terms of growing the business, maybe hiring more guys, keeping them busy around, right? In terms of revenue. So this ain't some pie in the sky thing. This is exactly what happens when HVAC guys get their online presence done correctly, okay? So just to recap what we covered today, first thing is going to be content. So in this case, you're going to want to have 2,000 words on your front page with the right keywords. Second thing is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to rank above your competition. And lastly is going to be backlinks, okay? Meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to yours to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the number one choice when it comes to HVAC. And if you implement this, you will be number one. I'm sure you're probably thinking like, dude, listen, I work at the front desk, right? Or I'm a contractor, a business owner, depending who's watching this, right? I'm not some computer geek. Well, look, you give the number one, take this free blueprint, tackle it yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you could just reply right back to this message, okay? Again, my name's Kyle, live right here in Monument, Colorado. So I even love to meet you guys in person. But if it's easier, just reply back to this message. My number is 719-396-1510. But at the very least, I hope this was educational for you guys and showed you a few things you guys can implement right now to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, okay? So at the least, just give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Get out there and we'll talk soon.